We all like the feeling that we've discovered something secret or we're allowed to visit a place where only a few people have gone before. Now, because of that, we're going to tease you a little today with a top 10 of all these places you're probably never going to visit, but at least after the video, you've heard about them. Are you ready for a secret trip? Well, let's go. Number 1 is Disney Club 33. At the number 33 at Royal Street in New Orleans Square at Disneyland, there's a door that looks like any other door, but it's not. This is where the adults go to play, and by play we mean spend absurd amounts of money to be part of one of the most elite clubs in the world. The Club 33 is an exclusive site that includes a restaurant, a special jazz lounge called Le Salon Nouveau, and a mysterious salon called 1901. It's the only place that serves alcohol during normal opening hours, but if you'd love to have a drink with other exclusive clientele, well, we're afraid you're going to be disappointed. It's a 14-year waiting list just to become a member, and each member has to pay a $40,000 initiation fee in addition to $10,000 of recurring annual fees. Number 2 is poviglia. This is the definition of a haunted island. The poviglia is located near Venice, Italy, and has a history that's as creepy as it is exciting for horror lovers. This small island was used as a quarantine island for diseased people, and especially plague victims, which expired there without any outside solace. But it doesn't end there. In the early 1900s, it was decided that a mental hospital would be built on the island, and like all good horror stories, which include mental hospitals, this one had its own crazy doctor that did all kinds of experiments to his patients. At the end, he was driven mad by what he claimed were the ghosts haunting him and decided to perform a salto mortale from the hospital's highest tower, which, of course, led to his death. Even after all this, you'd still want to visit Poviglia Island. Well, you're in bad luck. Visitor access is restricted. Number 3 is Area 51. We've heard all the crazy conspiracy theories that surround the infamous Area 51 in Lincoln County, Nevada, but none of us knows what's really happening in there, and that's exactly what drives people crazy and has for decades. Some of the most widespread rumors say that in this U.S. Air Force facility, they've captured aliens, and they're experimenting on them. Another widespread rumor dismisses alien claims that they're developing secret technologies, which is just vague enough to be true. Whether any of that is happening in Area 51, though, you won't find out because visiting is strictly prohibited and the military will use lethal force to stop anyone who tries to intrude. Number 4 is the White's Gentleman Club. This dandy-named club is considered to be the most exclusive private club in the world, and it's the oldest one of its kind in London. It started off as a hot chocolate shop back in 1693 and was founded by an Italian immigrant. But it didn't take long for it to become a popular gambling site and gentleman's club and set an exclusivity air that surrounds it until today. If you want to be a member, you obviously have to be a man, but apart from that, you have to have something else that's pretty important too. That's money, and lots of it. It famously has an extremely high sign-up fee, but some say it's worth it since you'll find yourself hanging out with members of the British royal family. Even the Queen herself can't visit the White's Gentleman Club, although rumors say she's done so twice in her life. Number 5 is Heard Island. About 2/3 of the way from Madagascar to Antarctica, you can find the remote Heard Island, which is considered Australian territory. What's so special about it? Well, the Heard Island is almost completely untouched by human hands, and the Australian government, they want to keep it this way. If you want to visit it, you must have a very good research reason even to be permitted. After all, it's one of the most remote locations on Earth, which means it's farther away from civilization than almost any other place on the planet. And of course, now we want to visit. Number 6 is the Eyes Grand Shrine. Now, how about a Japanese shrine that allows entrance only to members of the imperial family? How's that for exclusivity? The Eyes Grand Shrine was built for the sun goddess Amaterasu Omikami, and it's so sacred its guardians have to be members of the dynasty in order to be permitted to guard it. It's the single holiest place in all of Japan, and it fills us with intrigue as to how it would look inside. Number 7 is the North Sentinel Island. Have you ever wondered if there's still a tribe that actually has no contact with civilization, but not like the ones that live far away and are supposedly wild that you see on TVs and phones and documentaries? We mean an actual tribe that has no clue what's going on in the world. Well, there is. The inhabitants of the North Sentinel Island are a tribe that is literally clueless to what goes on in the world, and India's government, they want to keep it that way for two reasons. The first one is if someone visits the island, they could spread disease that would kill all the inhabitants fast because they have no immunities. And the second reason is they see the value of leaving such a rare tribe exactly as it is, untouched. And yes, you've guessed correctly, you cannot visit this island. Number 8 is Surtsey Island. Surtsey Island was named after a fire giant from Norse mythology, and it was created after the eruption of an underwater volcano that lasted over 4 years and took place during the 60s in Iceland. The scientists have been studying the island with undying fascination from its developments and the processes involved, from erosion to biocolonization, and they want to keep it this way. No one's allowed to visit apart from the scientists because they want to study what happens naturally to the island without any human intervention. Number 9 is the Svalbard Global Seed Vault. This one gives us both hope and fear for the future in equal measures. The vault's located on the Spitsbergen Island of Norway, and inside it holds something that's more precious than all the gold in the world: seeds. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault was created in case a global catastrophe happens and humanity needs to start all over. It holds seeds from all over the world, and it's definitely not only out of limits to any travelers, but highly secured. Number 10, Snake Island. Isla de Queimada Grande, also known as Snake Island, is a place you can't visit, but even if you could, I wouldn't be so sure you'd want to. The island, as its name suggests, is filled with incredibly venomous snakes, which can kill a human in less than an hour. Now, why would anyone have an island like this? Well, simple, because of the protection of an endangered species, and in this case, it's the Bothrops insularis, which is the golden lancehead pit viper. Humans stay away for both their own protection, but most importantly, for the protection of the species. Well, there you have it. That's our top 10 secret places on Earth you'd be very lucky to see. Which one in particular stood out for you and why? And if you had the chance, which one would you visit? Tell us about it in the comments below, and don't forget, hit that like button and that subscribe button.